Welcome to Surya's Life Science. Today in this video lecture we are going to discuss about the new coronaviruses of Coronaviridae family. So in previous video lectures we have discussed about the Coronaviridae family, their taxonomy, their structure and many more information about the Coronaviridae family in general. It is very important viral family because the current pandemic caused by SARS-CoV-2 belongs to Coronaviridae family. So in this video lecture we will be concentrating on the new coronaviruses outbreak which occurred during the 21st century, and in this video we are going to concentrate more on the beta coronavirus B, which caused the severe acute respiratory syndrome, and the first case was registered in the year 2002. In our upcoming videos we will be discussing about the MERS coronavirus, beta coronavirus C, which caused the Middle East respiratory syndrome, which occurred in 2015, and in the final parts of our video lecture series we will also discuss about the SARS-CoV-2 which has caused the current COVID-19 pandemic. Firstly we will be discussing about the spread of SARS-CoV virus. So this SARS-CoV epidemic began to spread in the year of 2002 from southern Chinese province of Guangdong. We know that SARS-CoV-2, the coronavirus, COVID-19 causing SARS-CoV-2 occurred from the Wuhan city of China, and this SARS-CoV-2 also came from the same country China, but it was from Guangdong province of China. So the first wave of this SARS-CoV virus attacked the Chinese population and the Southeast Asia during the year of 2002. The number of cases registered were in hundreds. The disease spread to Hong Kong, went beyond China to Singapore, Vietnam and other countries of Southeast Asia. Further, the countries of North America, which includes Canada and USA and Europe, were also included, since China was having a strong bilateral trade relationship with these North American and European countries like Germany, Italy and others were also involved in this pandemic. World Health Organization declared a global threat of this disease due to the pace of epidemic and high mortality rate. It is very important to note that it has a high mortality rate compared to that of the other coronaviruses. Even the COVID-19 SARS-CoV-2 virus has a comparatively less mortality rate compared to that of SARS-CoV virus, which occurred during the year of 2002. And also the treatments were very limited for treating this specific epidemic. And next, the second wave occurred during the 2003, the year of 2003. More than 8,000 people fell ill, 774 of them died, which was about 9.5% of the entire population. And also in 2004 this disease was registered, but it was not in large scale. It was scattered in few areas and controlled, and the reservoir of this infection in nature was bats and other animals. Since Chinese people had the habit of breeding and eating animals like civets and bats, paved way for the SARS-CoV infection and also the SARS-CoV-2 infection which we are facing now. Source of this infection is a sick person. It can be transmitted only from a sick person to a normal person. The routes of transmission are airborne, fecal-oral contact. The risk groups are medical staff treating the patients, family members of the sick patients or other patients who have direct contact with the excretion of patients, and droplet infection may also occur. And next we have to discuss about the cellular targets of this SARS-CoV infection. The SARS-CoV virus enters the human body through the epithelial cells of respiratory tract as a result of interaction of the viral S protein receptor with the receptors on the cell membrane. An important information is that this viral S protein is similar to that of the S protein found in the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which has caused the current pandemic of COVID-19. So this S protein determines the adhesion of coronavirus and the fusion of viral particle with the affected cells. A specific cell receptor for SARS-CoV virus is an angiotensin converting enzyme 2, that is AC2 receptor, in short it is called as, which is exposed on the membranes of the epithelium of respiratory tract, intestinal cells, vascular endothelium, cells of various internal organs. So that's why nowadays the SARS-CoV-2 having a similar model of the SARS-CoV infection is showing different symptoms related to intestines and multiple organ failure damages in extreme cases. So that's all about the cellular target cells for SARS-CoV. Next we have to discuss about the clinical symptoms of SARS. The incubation period was about 3 to 4 days. Clinical manifestations developed within 3 to 6 days from the onset of manifestation of this disease. Clinical symptoms included rhinitis, catarrhal pneumonia without any increase in temperature. Signs of gastroenteritis were also found. So what is rhinitis? Rhinitis, otherwise called as snuffy nose, is an inflammation and swelling of the mucous membrane of the nose characterized by a running nose and stuffiness, and usually caused by common cold or seasonal allergy. But in case of SARS-CoV, it is also an important symptom. And next we have the catarrhal pneumonia. What does it mean? An important condition in case of catarrhal pneumonia is that it can result in a thick exudate of mucus and white blood cells caused by a swelling of mucous membrane in head response to an infection, and it is highly fatal condition, and it is associated here with this severe acute respiratory syndrome, and it could be really a nightmare. And the people with age group of 60 plus were the more vulnerable. Extensive radiological changes in the lungs occurred during the SARS-CoV infection. Lymphopenia occurred, thrombocytopenia, elevated levels of C-reactive protein and lactate dehydrogenase was also diagnosed. So what is lymphopenia? Lymphopenia is a term used to describe the state where you have a reduced level of lymphocyte. So it directly means that is the person is getting deprived of lymphocytes. So the complications also included bronchitis and pneumonia. So bronchitis is nothing but the inflammation of the bronchial walls, and pneumonia, in case of pneumonia, the alveolar sacs are filled with liquid, sometimes pus. And if you see, during the time of this epidemic, SARS was responsible to about 4 to 20% of acute respiratory infection cases. So that's all about the SARS-CoV infection. In our next video, we will be discussing about the MERS coronavirus infection, and in upcoming videos, we will be discussing about the current COVID-19 pandemic. With this video is getting over. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe and support our channel. Thank you.